she with you?
I thought she was with you.
Playing a superhero is no easy task, just ask Gal Gadot. The actress not only has the pressure of being the only live-action Wonder Woman to grace the big screen, but Warner Brothers often imposes some pretty strict rules when it comes to portraying the hero. Learn about these rules, guidelines, and ways the DCEU has impacted Gal Gadot's career over the years. As hype builds for Wonder Woman 1984, we will see more and more details come out about her iconic role. Unlike other heroes like Batman and Iron Man, when Wonder Woman is in action, she has no mask covering her face. For Gadot, this means the actress has to perform as many of her stunts as possible. Stunts don't always go as planned, and Gal Gadot suffered some spinal injuries as part of the Wonder Woman 1984 production. The back injuries were similar to some that she suffered right when the first Wonder Woman got released. With the film's tight schedule and everything falling onto Gadot's shoulders, the actress powered through to finish production. The lingering injuries are just something that she's gonna carry with her as she helps bring Wonder Woman to life through multiple movies. Along with the stunts, Gadot spends months learning various forms of combat training for the movies.
Then I'm willing to fight for those who cannot fight for themselves.
This includes a whole lot of sword and shield training to help make the Amazonian warrior look convincing on screen. And there's no doubt, we all believe she is Wonder Woman. At the end of the day, she's pretty proud of all her stunt work, although later on, we'll touch upon one form of training she was not too happy about. Gal Gadot only appeared briefly in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Oh, I don't think you've ever known a woman like me.
But the role helped propel her to superstardom in Hollywood. Only thing is, the roles Gadot is able to take becomes limited when she's tied down to strict contracts and rules from Warner Bros. One of them? Mandatory reshoots. After Zack Snyder stepped down from the production of Justice League due to a tragic family loss, Warner Bros. Stepped in, hired Joss Whedon, and the whole cast was forced to come back to set. The new scenes were not just small moments or quick alternate takes. Gadot, along with the rest of the cast, were forced to reshoot a rumored 80 new pages of screenplay. Yeah, with such an extension on the film production, many actors could not make commitments to other projects that were filming at the same time. Gadot loves her role as Wonder Woman, but you have to wonder what other roles she may have missed out on in the process. Thankfully, the whole Justice League production has moved on, and Gadot has had a smoother ride through 2 solo Wonder Woman movies. Gal Gadot not only plays Wonder Woman on the big screen, but her iconic role has required her to adapt to the part in real life. Not like this is a bad thing, but there are definitely a lot of expectations when it comes to representing an iconic female superhero. As a role model to millions of young girls, Gadot stays pretty under the radar, living a quiet life as she raises her daughter. She also participates in a number of charities directly aimed at the Wonder Woman moniker. Back in 2017, Gadot helped present the first ever Wonder Woman scholarship. The scholarship was completely paid for by Warner Bros. In an effort to help spread the aspirational Wonder Woman brand. She even dresses up in the full Wonder Woman outfit for some charity efforts. Gadot has shown up at multiple children's hospitals in full gear to greet children and spread some joy among the patients. This is one of the ways getting overly recognized for a superhero role can change into a positive experience for children who look up to her. We already touched upon the stunts and injuries Gadot had to deal with while filming as Wonder Woman, but the first movie included training Gadot never thought she'd have to experience: horseback riding. Gadot went into the role with very little knowledge about horse riding and assumed horses did most of the work. Yeah, boy was she wrong. Gadot had to learn everything about horses from square one, eventually expanding to some pretty advanced moves on the horse. The experience was nothing like the beautiful scenes we saw on the big screen. After learning the ropes, Gadot was left with a whole lot of leg bruises, but riding the horses was essential to the authentic feel the first Wonder Woman movie brought on. Without Gadot's revealing interviews and insight on the process, we would have no idea of the struggles, as she looks like a natural riding the horses and performing stunts at the same time. To become an iconic live-action superhero, you must look the part. This means that in the months leading up to any Wonder Woman production, Gal Gadot must start an intense workout routine to get in shape for the role. To help tone her body, Gadot relied on barbells and a variety of exercises involving the small weights. Her workouts would typically include full 1-hour sessions with intense activities including rowing, bear crawls, push-ups, and pull-ups. If Gadot wants to squeeze in a little exercise before a filming day, she will typically resort to push-ups and planks. The ultimate goal to play Wonder Woman is to tone her body using as many low-impact exercises as possible. Any type of high-risk exercise could result in some injuries and possibly delay the whole movie production. The cardio she does varies from a rowing machine to a bike and a traditional treadmill. Toss in some medicine ball workouts and you could follow the routine to become a Wonder Woman in real life. And if you couldn't already tell from all the Wonder Woman movie appearances, the workouts have paid off. Oh, just a quick reminder to subscribe to Screen Rant, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Using your phone, turn on notifications through YouTube settings. We know how stubborn YouTube can be. Gal Gadot has found a lot of inspiration from Wonder Woman, including her views on female empowerment.
I cannot stand by while innocent lives are lost.
So when the time came to start planning the Wonder Woman sequel, Gadot had to put her foot down. For the first movie, Gadot was forced to work with Brett Ratner as his production company, Rat Pack Dune Entertainment, helped finance the movie with Warner Bros. Well, a whole lot of allegations came out against Ratner, including reports of harassment from actresses like Olivia Munn. Despite being forced into the same production in the past, Gadot was not going to let Warner Bros. Take advantage of the situation or force her to do something she was not comfortable with. Thankfully, Warner Bros. Took those reports seriously and terminated their agreement with Rat Pack Dune Entertainment before production even began on Wonder Woman 1984. Unfortunately for Gadot, the first Wonder Woman movie and Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice will be forever tied to Rat Pack Dune Entertainment as the company helped pay for and produce the movies. That's just something tied to the past that Gadot would love to have changed, but at least there's going to be no worries or association in the future. When Gadot was first cast as Wonder Woman, she was a relatively unknown actress.
What do you think?
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
She was best known for her role as Giselle in 4 Fast and Furious movies, but she was just a minor part in a film filled with a ton of other characters. So naturally, when Gadot signed up to play Wonder Woman, she was not paid the big bucks like a more acclaimed actor like Amy Adams or Ben Affleck was paid. Rumors claim that Gadot was only paid $300,000 for her initial role as Wonder Woman in Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice. The low pay extended across 3 movies, but Gadot would get a percentage of the box office to help boost the final numbers. After the solo Wonder Woman ended the 3-picture contract, Gadot was open to new negotiations again, and she didn't go alone. Knowing the value and importance of having Patty Jenkins helm the director's chair for the sequel, Gadot not only got herself a nice raise, but Jenkins as well. While the low pay at first was probably frustrating, the record-setting box office for Wonder Woman probably helped boost the final amount, and now Gadot is receiving the salary she deserves for her heavily praised role. The build-up to filming as Wonder Woman is quite the process. We already touched upon the workouts, sword training, and horseback riding lessons, but between all the hard work, Gal Gadot also has to stick with a pretty strict food diet. While there's no complicated recipes or crazy meals to follow, when Gadot diets for her role as Wonder Woman, she sticks to 2 things: a lot of greens and lots of water. In fact, the water consumption is spread out to equal about 1 gallon a day. The water acts as an essential way to cleanse her body, and the greens help as well. With Wonder Woman wearing such tight outfits, Gadot needs to look and feel comfortable, which is why the diet is a huge part of prep for the role. What exactly are the greens that Gadot consumes for the part? Spinach and kale are 2 of the core ingredients, whether they are part of a meal or tossed into a healthy shake. The world of superhero movies is filled with all kinds of secrets. The movies are often kept heavily protected to prevent any type of leaks or major spoilers. The protection goes right down to the actors as well. For Gal Gadot, she often goes into a project blind. She signed on to do Batman vs Superman, Justice League, and Wonder Woman without seeing the scripts first. This was just part of the gig, and probably a little frustrating as the actress tries to prepare for the role. Once scripts did become available, they were heavily protected to help prevent leaks and other issues. This is just part of the world Gadot entered when she took on the role. So not only does Gadot not get to see the screenplay until later on in the production process, but she cannot reveal any spoilers once production has begun and completed. Reporters are constantly fishing for information, and Gadot must play things cool to prevent anything from slipping out to the public. Gal Gadot didn't just sign up to film a Wonder Woman solo movie, she signed up for the DC Extended Universe. While now it's pretty much a shell of the original vision, the initial slate of movies included a schedule which would have included Wonder Woman and Justice League come out in the same year. While the idea of this got DC fans excited, it meant double the work for Gadot. The last day of filming on the first Wonder Woman should have been filled with excitement and relief. But it was only the beginning for Gadot. Literally, the next day, she was off filming scenes for Justice League, making the whole journey feel like an exhausting and never-ending adventure. Despite the tight schedules, Gadot loves the role she gets to play and the role model she represents for people all over the world. Thankfully for Gadot, the DCEU is in shambles, with a bigger focus on solo movies. Gadot now has Wonder Woman 1984 to look forward to, without the need for any other back-to-back DC productions scheduled in the near future. If you thought being a superhero was tough, now you have a pretty good glimpse of what playing one is like. What part is the biggest pain? Anything that we missed? Are you looking forward to Wonder Woman 1984? Well, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Screen Rant for more great content.